Hello, sir and madam. My name is Shanika Pereira. My CPM number is 16901. Today I am going to present first and second chapter of my research. My research topic is intention to behavior gap in purchasing used product, factors affecting the purchase of second-hand household durable in sustainable perspective with special reference in Western Province in Sri Lanka. Table of content. Table of content with two parts, introduction and the literature review. Under introduction part, background of the study, research statement and the research question and the research objective. Under literature review, I will discuss literature review, hypothesis to be tested and the conceptual framework. Background of the study. The retail businesses has transformed in recent years as people have become more awareness of environmental issues and sustainability. Consumers are increasingly demand sustainable products and services. Businesses must respond to demand in order to remain profitable. Second-hand product buying is one of the most suitable consumption habit with several economic, social, and environmental benefits. The most of the people tend to use second-hand product rather than fresh product. So, according to Sri Lankan concept, second-hand product is not more popular. Consumers are, according to the TREDUP 2019, consumers are increasingly purchasing sustainable and the economic all thing as their environmental awareness and the concern growth. There was a time that second-hand shopping was not something to be proud of because it was supposed to be beneficial only people who cannot afford to purchase new products. During the 1990, modern second-hand trading started to become a global popular trend. So that now global trend second-hand consumption is significantly increasing and uncontrollable. The number of physical stores and the online retailers working in the second-hand market is consistently increasing. According to that, this study aimed at investigating Sri Lankan customers' second-hand purchasing behavior regarding the second-hand household durable. In research statement, more than 90% of international customers claim that they prefer sustainable product and they're ready to sacrifice some personal benefit to address the social and environmental issues. According to the past researchers, 70% of customers think their choices are not environmental friendly enough to meet their personal acceptance criteria. According to the all economic and social environmental benefit, second-hand shopping and the value of the sustainable consumption for the consumers, it is expected that more people, especially in developed countries, bought at least one used product during the last year, according to the past researchers. So, as I stated, their theory of planned behavior. According to that, we can identify the gap between the intention to buy and the actual purchase of the second-hand product. So, according to as stated by theory of reason action, since consumer behavior is founded on their intention to, there is a direct correlation between the intention of the acting and the action itself. However, according to the theory of bound rationality, due to the lack of the informational and the uncertainty, there could be a gap between intention of acting and the behavior. So, according to that, we can identify the gap between the intention and the behavior. A second one is previous studies indicated the factors that impact on the intention behavior gap, including the perceived price, social norms, environmental concern, and previous perceived value and the perceived risk. However, this study mostly investigate the green product and find the determinant of the gap between green consumers. This study aimed at extending the knowledge of barriers of green buying to the determinants and the second-hand shopping. So according to that research statement build up, what are the factors influence the consumer buying decision of the second-hand household durable, and how do those factors affect to each other in sustainable perspective in Sri Lanka, and how these factors affect to behavior intention to get. According to the research problem, I can build two research questions. First one is what are the determinants of purchasing second-hand product? We have sub 7 questions. There is their impact from attitude on consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable. Second one is their impact from past experience of consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable. Is there an impact from social norms on consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable? Is there an impact from trust on consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable? Is there impact from perceived risk on consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable? Is there impact from perceived value on consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable? Is there impact from product availability on consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable? And second question is, how large is gap between the intention and the behavior of consumer buying second-hand product? According to that research, objective is to first objective is to examine the determinants of purchasing second-hand household item. They are to examine the impact of attitude on consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable, to examine the impact of past experience on consumer purchase intention of household durable, to examine the impact of social norms on consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable, to examine the impact of trust on consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable, to examine the impact of perceived risk on consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable, to examine the impact of perceived value on consumer purchase intention of second-hand household durable, and the product availability on purchase intention of second-hand item. Second objective is to examine the gap between intention and the behavior of consumer buying second-hand product. According to the literature review, in here we can identify the key concept in this research. First one is sustainable consumption, a form of consumption time using the which human will be able to survive without threatening the future generation, surviving the sustainability within the healthy environment. Second one is the second-hand shopping. Define the second-hand shopping as the acquisition of the second-hand objects through the method and the places of exchange that are generally distinct from those from new products. Attitude about the sustainable attitude about the favorable and negative feeling about the performing specific action. Several researchers looked into direct impact of consumers' attitude about sustainability on their long-term purchase intention and the behavior. Past experience. Consumer tasted and the purchase behavior are influenced by their habit and the previous experience. Social norm. Social norm are defined as a factors that causes people to behave in the way that is positively seen or expected to by another person or group of people. Trust, perceived availability, perceived value, perceived risk are the another key concept of in this research. Conceptual framework. Conceptual framework is the guidance of the research. Attitude, past experience, social norms, trust, perceived risk, perceived value, and the product availability are the independent variable in this research. So, attitude. The impact of the attitude on the consumer's behavior is the one of the main determinant of the theory of reason, action, and the theory of planned behavior. So, according to the past researchers, attitude is the consumer positive or negative perception regarding the doing a particular action. So, several studies investigated the positive direct impact of attitude toward the sustainability on the sustainable purchase intention on behavior of customer. Second one is the past experience. The habit defined as the action or behavior tendency that it uh, spontaneously with little conscience. Awareness of reflect in response to a set of association condition and the contextual clues. The habit and the past experience of the customer guide their preference and influence the purchasing behavior. And the third one is social norm. Social norm as defined as the conforming force of make people act in the way in is positively perceived or expected by another person or group of people. According to the past researchers, subjective norm is the consumer's perception of the peer pressure from social group to comply with the action. This pressure can be put over the individual from formal norm, such as regulation, social media, or formal groups, including the family, friends, and social belief. Trust. According to the past researchers, previous studies found that the lack of a consumer trust and confidence in green claims and the characteristic of green product is significant barriers toward the purchase of green products and the perceived risk. Perceived risk. According to the past researchers, perceived risk is the consumer perception of probability of performance of product will not fulfill their needs. Consumer perceived risk is multidimensional and divided by the 5 categories: psychological risk, performance risk, social risk, financial risk, and physical risk. And another one is perceived value. According to the past researchers, the number of studies indicated the various values that second-hand shopper might seek by purchasing used goods. No study investigated the correlation between perceived value and the second-hand shoppers' intention to buy used goods. Last one is the product availability. In product availability, if person have a good attitude about the product, people always seek the uh, stores for purchase the second hand product. In here, intention to purchase act as the mediating variable, and the second hand shopping behavior is the dependent variable. It is simply is the buying decision. Hypothesis to be tested. First one is second-hand purchase intention and the second-hand buying behavior are positively related, and there is a gap between them. Second one is consumer attitude positively impact their second-hand purchasing intention. Third one is consumer past experience of second-hand shopping positively impact their second-hand purchasing intention. Social, fourth one is Social norms positively impact consumers' second-hand purchasing intention. Fifth one is consumer trust in the quality of the used product positively impact their second-hand purchasing intention. Availability and the accessibility of the second-hand product positively impact consumer second-hand purchasing intention. Consumers' perceived value of purchasing a second-hand product positively impact their second-hand purchasing intention. Last one is consumers' perceived risk of purchasing a second-hand product negatively impact their second-hand purchasing intention. In methodology type of study, this study which explanatory in nature and based on the deductive approach aimed at examining some causal relationship. To fulfill this goal, quantitative approach is used to collect data and the statistical analysis is applicable. Test the hypothesis. Research question. It is critical to choose the proper research strategy and the lead to collection of the relevant data to answer the research question based on the procedure selection of the resource philosophy. The research quantitative approach was chosen to satisfy the study's aim because the positivistic and deductive nature of the investigation. Data collect technique. This study used the structured question to collect the data. Data collection method. The self-administrated online questionnaire is used to collect quantitative information. Data qualitative technique. The data collect from Google Form. And the sample size. The researchers have used 200 respondents who are interested in purchasing sustainable product. This is the end of the product. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you so much.